Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. This is the first review I have actually recorded since the Rammstein concert. Oh, you gotta watch my review for that concert if you haven't watched it yet. Mwah, glorious. Alright. Metal! Megadeth. Countdown to Extinction. I want to start off by saying that I hadn't listened to this album in definitely a few years before I threw it in the CD player to listen to it, and I forgot how much I really honestly enjoy this album. This album could be really close to a perfect 10. On a Megadeth level, I want to say it might actually be, like, compared to all Megadeth albums, it might actually be the perfect 10 album, maybe, possibly. Ooh. I mean, let's be very clear. Cryptic Writings is my favorite Megadeth album. So, when I say this could be the perfect 10 album, this is not my favorite album, and I'm still saying that. I mean, not a perfect 10 album, It's close, though. It really does honestly get close. What holds this album back is definitely song, like the track order, definitely holds this album back a little bit. And there's a couple songs in there that I just kind of I fluff on a little. So let me get into this and just cut right to this here. Album opens up with Skin of My Teeth. Horrible opening. Wrong song to open up this album. Absolutely wrong song. It would have been cliche, but they should have went with Symphony for Destruction. That was the opener. That should have been the opener. Absolutely should have been the opener. Skin of My Teeth should have followed it. That's how that should have went. I stand by that. I will stand by that to my bitter end that this album should have opened up with Symphony of Destruction. But someone got the idea that, well, people are going to listen to Symphony for Destruction, no matter what, and we're going to make it a single. So let's not make it the lead song, because that's kind of pissing away a single, because that was kind of the mentality in the 90s, Don't put a single on because the first song on the CD is likely to get airplay anyways. It was a thing back when everybody played CDs. Not so much a thing anymore. Same with vinyl. It's actually something. Vinyl and CD were kind of easy to set up for broadcast purposes. If you're using cassette, you definitely wanted what was at the very beginning if they were going to play it. But if it was I don't know many stations that used cassettes, really, to be completely honest with you. I think most of them were vinyl, and then when they finally switched off vinyl, it's because they went to compact disc. They might have had some reel to reel or something, but that'd be rare and in between. Okay, so Skin of My Teeth kicks off the album. Now, aside from placement, Skin of My Teeth isn't that bad of a tune. It's a good, decent tune. It's got some good energy to it. It's just not what I would have put in there. That is followed up with Symphony of Destruction. Oh, I mean, tell me what band hasn't jammed around on this riff, man. That basic symbol. You take a modern man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch people's heads roll. Just like the. I mean, there is nothing bad about this song, man. This song is just pure octane, man. And what I think one of the things I love the most about this album is, yeah, okay, everybody's gonna say, yeah, this is a metal album, blah 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 blah. It's not, though. It's a heavy album. Like, this belongs in the pantheon of great heavy albums. Not metal, heavy. Because yeah, there's that metal crunch to it, but the riffs are what make it heavy, man. Like, I mean, you stomp your foot down, you bang your head. You don't have to boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. All right. Architecture of Aggression is a good tune. I think the only reason it really ever is thought of, or in another way you could say is very overlooked, is because of where it falls. Once again, the track listings on this album. If Architecture for Aggression had been after Skin of My Teeth, it'd probably stand out more than it does. Especially considering after that you go into Foreclosure of a Dream, which was, another major single off this album. So if they had opened up with Symphony of Destruction and then gone to Skin of My Teeth, then Architecture of Aggression, and then Foreclosure of a Dream, it would have worked out perfectly, I think. I think it would have sounded a lot better than it did. I mean, I could even argue and make other arrangements in there too. But Architecture of Aggression really, it's kind of a, it's Megadeth doing Megadeth. Then we get to Foreclosure of a Dream. I do like Foreclosure of a Dream. It's definitely one of those songs. I still listen to it after all these years. And I don't have a good reason for it. I mean, in the grand pantheon of that which is the awesomeness of Megadeth and their great quality songs over, the multitudes of albums, Foreclosure of a Dream really isn't anything spectacular or amazing or, it's a Megadeth song. But there's just something about that song, man. It pops. It really pops and it really grabs you, I think it's Dave singing, which is really weird to say, saying that it's Dave Mustaine singing that makes it work, but I think it really is. And normally I'm not a huge fan of his, you know who I'm into and the artists I like if you're one of my regular viewers. If not, he's not Bruce Dickinson, he's not Dio, be reasonable here. All right, next track up. I love this one just so much because of how the drums are on this one. And yes, this was one of the great singles off there, and really, it's just a fun song, but, sweating bullets. This song is Megadeth's War Pigs. That is the best way I know how to put it. This song is 100% Megadeth's War Pigs. And their War Pigs is phenomenal, not saying they're ripping off War Pigs. There's just that similarity in style and playing in that really kind of has a vibe of War Pigs. But it's Megadeth, so it's faster, and, it's crunchier, and it's, yeah! And it works. Absolutely works. I still absolutely love this song, just amazing song, great tune. After that, the album kind of, to me, gets a little bit hit and miss. This Was My Life. It's a good tune. I don't mind it. It's just not a tune that I go out of my way to listen to. I do enjoy the choruses on it. I think it has a great vibe and feel for it. And I do like also that not every song up until this point has been, they've all had their own tones. They've all had their own voices. Like, even when I say, it's a Megadeth song, it still has a certain tone and voice to that individual song that they all kind of stand out to me. Then we get to the album's title track, Countdown to Extinction. And this one is one that is really good. I think it's the last song on this album. Not to say that the rest of the songs aren't good, let's be clear. I'm going to get into it as we go. But it's the last kind of standout song on here where it feels like it was really well put together, really well constructed. Realistically, Max Norman is the one who produced this album. And I think Max Norman, whoever he is, did a really good job. I'd have to do details on other albums he may have done. I haven't looked him up, but not a name that I've ever recalled seeing before. But the production value on this album and what he does to it is really, really nice. It gives it nice quality. That's followed up by High Speed Dirt. High Speed Dirt is a high-speed Megadeth song, good tune, but it's very typical kind of Megadeth, I find. Psychotron. Once again, really kind of typical-esque Megadeth, but High Speed Dirt and Psychotron don't sound anything like each other, and neither of them really sound like any of the other songs on here where I've said, typical Megadeth kind of, like Architecture of Aggression. They all sound distinct from each other, It's not like there's that. Eventually, Megadeth gets into what I would call, the cliche Megadeth, where everything kind of, sounds the same, sort of, to me. Not until much later. And I can even accuse Metallica of that, and I like a lot of their newer stuff too, but it's just kind of, it's Metallica. And here, I think, really, this may have been the best of the experimentation while sticking to their core at the same time. Captive Honor. I'm indifferent to Captive Honor. Yeah. And the album finishes with Ashes in Your Mouth. I really dig on Ashes in Your Mouth. I didn't like it as much when I was younger, but now I dig on it a lot more than I used to. And honestly, I don't know if Ashes in Your Mouth is the right song to end this album either. It's not necessarily a wrong song to end the album on, but it's not the right song, I don't think. I think they should have started off with Symphony for Destruction and quite possibly closed out with Foreclosure of a Dream. I think they loaded down too much of the front half of this album with the definite clear standout singles, and I think they should have maybe spaced it out a little bit more. To give the album a better flow, to give the album a better feel. I don't have a particular order I would do it in, but it would definitely be Symphony for Destruction at the beginning. Sweating Bullets is good in slot 5 because you got, Countdown for Extinction at slot 7. Maybe move that down to slot 8 instead. And then, I would have had, like I said, probably Foreclosure of a Dream close out the album. That's my views. Those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, folks. That's what the comment section is for. I'm slowly making my way through the Megadeth. I'm going to be honest, I don't have the complete Megadeth collection. Slowly kind of working on building it up, and I do have access to, I think, most of it, courtesy of my buddy Drew. So eventually I will get to all of it. I'm just taking my time, working my way through. I'm not a huge Megadeth. I like Megadeth. I respect Megadeth. I definitely think that, in a lot of ways, they got very undervalued compared to where they should have been. I don't know how Slayer became bigger than Megadeth. That kind of surprises me a little when I see that sometimes. Anyways, folks, thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. There's a link to Patreon. Peace, love, take care.